Hey, welcome to VBS 2020. We're doing things a little bit differently this year because we can't have everybody together. We decided to go on and do these things virtually. So Liz and I are here to go through we're going to go through your crafts and we're going to go through your story time kind of together. We've got a crew that's going to be doing some songs for us too. They're going to do an awesome job for us. So, hey, welcome to VBS. So today, we're actually going to be making friendship bracelets. So we've got these lovely friendship bracelets, and we're just going to kind of put them together and make them look as friendly and nice as we want them. And they've got these really cool things on them. They've got pieces of the armor of God that are pretty cool. You can look up the armor. It's in Ephesians 6. You can look up all the pieces because that's what we're going to be talking about this summer for VBS. Since we are knights, we are the Knights of North Castle. And we have to put our armor on and we have to be prepared for all that life's going to throw at us. So today, we're making the friendship bracelets. And it reminds me of a story. It is one of my favorite Bible stories.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. We're going to tell the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Or Rack, Shack, and Benny for those of you, what's it called?
VeggieTales?
VeggieTales people.
All right. You're a little slow on the uptake today, Liz.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get that in order.
I'm
All right.
tired.
So if you guys don't know the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or Rack, Shack, and Benny, they were Israelites who were living in Israel, oddly enough. Plot twist all over the place. And they had been captured. There was this mean dude by the name of Nebuchadnezzar.
Captured?
Captured. He came in and he took them over, and he kidnapped a bunch of people.
That's mean.
That is mean. 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10.
But hey, he did anyway, and he brought a bunch of people back with him. And some of the guys that he brought back, they decided that they really didn't like some of the stuff that the king was doing, but they did their best. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were really high up in King Nebu's government. And one day, they were like really high up there. Like Daniel, one of their friends, was like as high up as you could go. And then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were pretty high up there too.
They're kind of like governors?
Yeah, governor. They were kind of like governors. So this one day, Nebuchadnezzar, he had this idea that he was going to make this huge gold statue, and that he brought everybody in town together to see this. And he brought them all together, and he said, all right, now when you hear all the trumpets and the lyres and the baritones, oh wait, they didn't have baritones. They probably used trombones.
Probably.
They've got all these things. When you hear them, I want you to bow down to the statue. I want you
of him?
Yeah, we think it probably was of him.
Okay.
So we want you to bow down to the statue. And so everybody's there together, and then all of a sudden, the harps and the lyres and the trombones and the trumpets and everything, they started going off, and everybody bowed down except for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Whoa.
Yeah. So then these guys come up to the king, and they're like, hey, King Nebuchadnezzar, these guys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they're not bowing down to the statue.
So people tattled on them?
Yeah, people tattled on them. Now, here's the thing I want to know is, if they were bowing down to the statue, how do they know that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego weren't bowing down to the statue? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when somebody says, you didn't close your eyes during prayer. Well, how do you know I didn't close my eyes during prayer unless you weren't closing your eyes during prayer? So the king comes to him and says, listen, guys, I love you and all, but you got to bow down to the statue, or I'm gonna throw you in this big fiery furnace thing that I got going on over there.
Why does he have a big fiery furnace?
Well, they use the big fiery furnace to make bricks. Like if you just took bricks and you would throw them in the furnace and cook them so that they could look. Look, I made a bracelet.
So I made mine. Mine was first.
But you didn't use all the pieces. So they used the furnace to cook the bricks, so the bricks would be hard. They wouldn't just be muddy bricks. They'd be like solid bricks.
Okay.
So he's like, hey, I'm going to throw you in this fiery furnace. And they said, hey, you know what? We love you, king. You're a good dude and all, but we serve God, and we're not going to serve you. We're not going to bow down to this statue. And so the king, he really lost his temper.
Really?
Yeah, really bad. And so he said, all right, I want you to heat that furnace up to 7 times hotter than normal.
What was normal?
Normal was probably a couple of 100 degrees. So this thing is up in like close to 1,000 degrees in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
More
really
than
cooking in
1,000
there.
degrees.
And he has Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego tied up, and the soldiers carry him up and they throw him in the furnace. And the furnace was so hot that the guy that threw them into the furnace got burned up by the fire.
Really?
So everybody's like, okay, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they're no more because they're in this furnace. Well, the king decided he wanted to take a look, and he wanted to see exactly what was going on. So he looks in a hole in the furnace, and he says, hey, we threw 3 guys in there, right? Because now there's 4 guys walking around in there, and one of them is really shiny.
Really shiny?
Really shiny. He
Like-
looked like an angel, or the Bible says it looked like a son of God.
Like the crab from Moana would want him.
I don't know. Would the crab from Moana want it to be shiny? You're weird. You know that, right?
That's such a good movie.
Okay. So he was like really shiny, and I think that it was actually Jesus.
The big
that
J?
Jesus was Jay chillin'
Jay
in the
chillin'.
furnace with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and they're kind of like walking around, and the king is like, oh my gosh, they're still alive, and there's another dude in there that's not supposed to be in there. So they get him out of the furnace, and they didn't even smell like fire. They didn't
Smell like
have,
fire?
yeah, they didn't smell like fire at all.
Kelsey would have liked that.
There was no smoke, nothing. They were good. And so they bring him out, and the king is like, oh my gosh, what happened? And they said, you know what, we told you that we weren't going to do this and that our God could save us. And guess what? Our God, he saved us. So today we've learned about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were 3 friends that stood up for the truth. The truth was that there is only one God, and they were only going to worship that one God. So we've talked about the belt of truth today. Now I think we need to sing some songs,
the
don't
belt
you?
of truth.
I think we need to sing some songs. Let's hit it, song people.
Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of his power. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. When it feels like hope is gone, be strong, be strong. I will keep on keeping on and be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord, in the strength of his power. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. When I'm feeling hurt and pain, be strong, be strong. You restore my joy again. I'll
Hey, I hope you guys have had fun today. I hope you guys have your friendship bracelets and you can wear these around and talk to people about the different parts of the armor of God. And you can remember that when you're in a situation where you need to be truthful, that you need to stand up and do the right thing and be truthful in all situations. So I hope you guys are having a really good day, and I can't wait to welcome you back tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.